timer. I set the timer. So e-commerce Poland, 4th edition, April next year, and also bar camp, shop camp. So previously we dealt with startups, and this has been happening since we've been doing it since 2008, and I'm really entitled to talk about communities and how the operation of communities, activities of communities translate to business. So in a moment I'll tell you more about e-commerce, why we started to deal with e-commerce, because we got bored with startups. So a time came when every week we had a meeting for startups. So it was, for me, it was no longer worked, really. You know, so many meetings, but not much tangible coming out of that. So I decided that it's high time to leave the startup aesthetics. And there were some absurd situations where organizers had to fund or provide a virtual Porsche, you know, to have so many startups attending a meeting, but there were similar guys at the same, similar people at the same meeting. So I was disillusioned with the startup sector, so now I moved to e-commerce. So what is the perception of organizer, trade fair, e-commerce event, 100 suppliers coming there, and shop camps. Well, these are more informal meetings where 100 representatives of online store and some aficionados of online business appear. And you know, well, we also have mature businesses represented, larger businesses represented there to make a presence in this environment. So, well, I was thinking about a visual form to show it to you, but I couldn't find the right picture. I was thinking about a photo of a hamburger with several layers, 10 or so, and there is a film, plastic film, in between. So we have so many small communities in our industry, like the Magento community. It's fine. I like it. So it's growing, but the communities are not growing. It's not working together. I asked Kathleen how many online stores are here, and 2 or 3 people raised their hands. So it's not nice. So, well, then the industry is not growing. So there's this syndrome I have been witnessing since 2009, that is the bride syndrome, the problem with sharing knowledge. Each of us has this problem. We are afraid to say things, we have reflections, we have our own ideas, but we think we should first have a degree before we can speak at a conference or bar camp. Which is very bad indeed. We have to change it, and then we'll have better results for the entire industry. If you came to our shop camp, that's a meeting which moves from one place to another. As silence, excellent networking, but not much discussion going on. Someone decides to go 500 kilometers, but fails to use the opportunity to ask questions and talk to others and to share knowledge. So it's strange. We're trying to change that, but it's not easy. Perception of consumer. Well, each and every one of us is a consumer. And you certainly have some impressions of what it looks like. You know what you'd like to offer, and you know the other side. My recent experience of Polish e-commerce is buying something they don't have on stock and calling the hotline and the person on the other side of the line says they are not responsible for customer service, I should call after the weekend, or some strange arrangements that, well, we have goods which are available, universally available, and then I have to wait from 1 to 14 days before my order is completed. And on the 10th day, my answer is, well, why am I calling? Well, I'm interrupting. Have you received information? Has it been sent to you or not? Well, you should wait for the information. We have information, we have experience from our workshops, where in Polish e-commerce we have lots of plankton. We call it, e-commerce after hours, after your work. That they're employed, but then they read a blog. They then spend 10 zlotys on AdWords, but then, well, that's the upgraded version, even more advanced. But normally, they don't know much about that, and those small players, and well, then that's the goal of them. Yes, so we are here to learn how to bite a piece of the cake. That's what you can't say. It's not true. It's not the case. And the magenta is a solution to do that. So how to do it? So I think you should use every opportunity to speak out, to tell others what you think, to go to the store, to do something, act, well, to build the industry. So I like the events Kuba does. Kuba organizes. I also organize other events like Cineo Academy. But there's this suction, the need. We need day-by-day activity, and encourage you to be very involved in bar camps. And if you have an opportunity to speak out, to tell others what you think, then we would have a much bigger pie. And, well, we need more parties involved, and we need to help them. They should know that it's not all about zero margin, zero markup. You need some budget to develop a brand for branding. You will need to do the work. Park publishes some nonsensical reports, but large players are eating the market up. You see the number of transactions on Allegro, which is our online transaction marketplace. It's half of our e-commerce. In Poland, you see how many auctions there have been. So it all has been going to stores recently. So in order for things to happen, to start moving on, we need to work together to make the cake bigger. We need open. We don't need a PhD to be speaking and taking part in bar camps. We should have those spontaneous, 30 people meetings. I encourage you to do it. And our events on the 25th of April in Poznań, the e-commerce fair. That's one of our opportunities. So we try to again use the good aesthetics of startups rather than copying the foreign formula. We have this open layout, no boxes. You have immediate contact, direct contact, and even large brands have to adjust to it, and they are not the masters of such approach. So that if we have an ordinary member of the online store industry, they can be attracted and you can have more out of that than just, you take a candy, you take a leaflet and say thank you and leave the stand. So we will have an opportunity for inspiring presentations. If you have experience working with smaller or medium-sized businesses, SMEs, I encourage you to take part. So, well, with this fair, you can show your nice presentations. I encourage you to take part. Once again, 25th of April in Poznań. On the website address is www.targiehandlu.pl. Kuba, thanks again for organizing this event and for inviting me. And I think in the longer perspective, we will have more results and fruits of this meeting. Thanks.